have no clue what I'm doing here. Y'all wanted to get to know me just a little bit better, so I had people ask me anonymous questions on Telegram. I think that's how you say it. So we're gonna go through these questions. They are still rolling in, which is perfectly fine. First question, your opinion on the people who can dance. Is it important to you? Is dancing important to me? No, I do not know how to dance. I'm pretty bad at dancing. Some would call it 2 left feet. I just do the same little, you know, until I no longer have to dance or until the song is over. So I don't know what you would classify as good dancing or bad dancing. You know, if the vibe hits, the vibe hits. What external features do I need to pay attention to as a man going on a date? I'm not the best at giving dating advice, especially when it comes to women. Honestly, I think that you should truly just trust your gut, because you know, it's a lot safer when you do. If you have standards, do not lower your standards for somebody else. Like, say you're going on a date, you prefer more modest rather than super revealing, you know? If that's not your thing, don't go on the date, you know? If she shows up ready to make a TikTok thirst trap and that's just not your style, don't continue on the date or don't go on the date, you know? You two can vibe online, but everybody's different offline, you know? So just trust your gut. Keep your eyes peeled. Are you a good secret keeper? Yes, I tend to forget things very, very easily unless you remind me. Let's make some good ass content. I believe we can make hits. I have had a substantial amount of people ask me to make content with them. And that's fine and dandy. I completely understand the want to have sex with somebody you find attractive. But I do not have sex with random strangers on the internet. Everybody that I meet on the internet is already a no. As a personal preference, I do not date or meet up with people on the internet. They, like I said before, it could just be a front. They could be, not saying that everybody is, but they could be a very dangerous person. They could be very temperamental. And I am not going to be fully naked in front of somebody that I do not trust with my life. This one's not a question, it's a comment. I'm waiting for your YouTube video tonight. I think it will be very funny. Please don't forget to notify us. I really, really hope that I am not disappointing. I hope that I can throw some memes and some brain rot content up for you, just so you can stay focused just a little bit longer. We'll do some, like, I don't know. I'm not a very interesting person. So I hope to throw some brain rot at you or throw a jump scare here and there. Do you think somebody is more interesting if they talk or if they're quiet? I don't mind either way. I don't mind either way. Because if you're not talking, then I'm reading your body language. If you are talking, then I'm reading your body language. What you say has less to do with what you're saying and more how you're presenting it. I'm always a firm believer that words are just words, but actions never lie. I'm watching you. Not in a creepy way, but I'm watching you. I'm not listening to you. Like, I am, but I'm not. You know, you seem like such a lovely and intelligent girl. I am 24 years old, but I am a little shy. Would you accept a chat with me if you had me in front of you? It really depends on how close you are. I have a personal bubble, you know, and if you're like blocking my path, then I'm not going to be nice. I prefer, like, in public, online is different, but in public, I prefer not to be approached. I don't like people. They genuinely terrify me. I'm not hostile towards people, but it doesn't take much for me to kind of, give you a look of, hey, please go away. I don't really like interacting with people. I'm pretty reclusive. Sometimes I'll interact with people, but it's very difficult for me to get out of my comfort zone. Like, I'm really nervous around other people. So it really depends on how you approach me, but it's nothing against you. Like, I want to make that abundantly clear. If any of you guys ever meet me in person, which there's a good chance you might, it's not impossible, but it's not you, it's not you, it's me. And that sounds like such a stupid thing to say, but I'm dead serious. Like, you are probably a great person. You're probably just there to say hi, maybe take a picture, say how are you doing, just a casual conversation. I can't do that. I cannot process a casual conversation in person, I am such a, I stutter now, and I edit those out of my videos, but I stutter really bad. But in person, it's so much worse. I am such a recluse. I'd prefer not to, but if I feel like I have to, then I will. Just know that I won't be enjoying it. This isn't a question, this is a comment. I don't write to you much because I like to respect your space and not be pushy, but I'm always looking out for you and I appreciate you. Please never forget that. I deeply appreciate you. I deeply appreciate these fans that are just here, I like the support from below. Not in a lewd way, but you're quiet, but you're there. And those people truly help me get through my job. Sometimes you guys help me get through the day. Sometimes I just need somebody to give me a compliment, and you guys are right there. And I appreciate that so much. I owe you guys my whole career, Do you think you will one day retire? I hope not. Just thinking about it breaks my heart. I appreciate you so very deeply. I have considered retiring before. And it's more that I'm trying to get out of the mindset, but I'm a very all or nothing person. So I will go super hard, I'll grind, and I'll post every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. But then I miss one day, and I suddenly feel like I've failed. You guys, some of you guys even pay for every single day uploads, but something happens during the day that's completely out of my control. My alarm goes off to start posting or making content, and then I miss it. And then I feel like I have completely failed. So then, for some reason, I'll just stop uploading altogether, which isn't fair. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to me. I shouldn't have the all or nothing mindset. It's a very dangerous mindset to have. So I'm working on it. I don't intend on retiring, but I have thought about it. I don't intend on retiring until I feel like I've made it, Until I feel like I've reached my cap. Does that make sense? And as it sits right now, I'm still growing. I'm still progressively getting better. So, no, I don't intend on retiring anytime soon. Next question. Do you believe in God or ghosts? Religious talk always makes me nervous. I used to be a Christian. I used to be a Catholic. And then I was a Wiccan. And then I was spiritual. And now I have no religion. I was a Christian until I was told you're not allowed to question it. That doesn't work for me because I personally like having a debate. I need to see the other side. I need to know why things are the way that they are. And living by the don't question it, just follow the rules doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. So then I switched to paganism or Wiccanism or whatever you want to call it. I even have a tattoo because this religion gave me a lot of the answers that I was looking for. But then after a couple years, it gave me more questions. So then I was like, okay, well, I'll just be spiritual. I'll just say that I believe in a higher power, but I don't quite know what it is. And now I just don't have a religion. You know, I don't really believe in reincarnation. I don't really believe in God or heaven or hell or really anything. Personally, for me, I guess it's more like whatever you believe, that's what's going to happen to you, you know? Like, some people believe in Christianity. That's perfectly acceptable. You believe whatever you want to believe. But for you, that would mean that you go to heaven or hell, you know? For me, I don't have a religion. For me, when you die, lights out. Maybe you'll grow into a tree, you know? But that's it. And that's what's going to happen to me. And that's perfectly fine. Just pour concrete over my grave in case there's a zombie apocalypse. Oh, do I believe in ghosts? I don't know. I would say that I've had interactions with ghosts. Like, there have been some pretty freaky moments in my life that can't really be explained away by, like, the window being open or, you know, like, somebody else doing it, you know? But I don't know. When these interactions happened to me, it was because I was a kid. Or not because I was a kid. It was when I was a kid. So I kind of just took that as, like, now I take it as, oh, that was just your imagination, you know? So, I don't know. If anything happens to me in this era of life where I'm an adult, then I'll let you know. Next question. Do you have a husband, children, or are you single? I do not have a husband. I do have a child. I have one son. He will be 2 next month as of recording this video. He's the highlight of my life. I could go on hours of ranting with how much I love this child. I do have a fiance, and I love him deeply. Like, I never knew that soulmates existed until I found him. And I know that probably the follow-up question would be, okay, well, is he okay with this? Yes. Yes, he's okay with it. It's a beneficial thing for both of us, you know? It keeps me busy throughout the day. It gives me something else to do, something that gives me a chance to be an adult, to be myself and not feel shame for it. But it also gives him a peace of mind knowing that I'm not out sleeping with other people. I'm not out here doing bad things or getting bad habits or putting my son in dangerous situations, you know? It's just a bonus that I get paid by it. So yes, I do have a child. I do not intend on having another one. I'm okay. Nothing against him. I love him to death. I cannot go through another pregnancy. Does that make sense? I do have a fiance. No husband yet, but a fiance. And I'm very, very happy in the life that we have built together. Next question. Will you be with another boy secretly from your boyfriend? Be honest. No. So I have to have a very deep emotional connection with somebody in order to even remotely consider them for a romantic partner. And with the way my job is, that's just not possible. Because my job makes it very clear and concise. I am here to get my bag. I am not here to be your therapist. I'm here to be your crush. I'm not here to be your girlfriend. So no, I would not cheat on my partner. That is not a thought that has crossed my mind. This is very entertaining. In your imagination, which country in the world would you visit? In my imagination, everywhere. Everywhere. In my imagination, I would spend one day in every country. Just because I'm so fascinated by how other people live. Like, there's a whole ass world out there, and I just have not experienced it, you know? I still live in the same town I was born in. Like, in my imagination, I would go anywhere. I would do anything. I would try everything. But if we're talking in real life, Japan first and foremost. I am such a nerd of the Japanese culture. I love it so very much. And not even just the anime or the kimonos, but everything. I'm so passionate about food. I really like their cuisine. You know, I like how emotionally charged their food is. I strongly believe that your emotions mean a lot when you're cooking. So I would love to feel and taste the food that they've worked so hard to prepare. It would probably make me cry. Honestly, it would probably make me cry. So, yeah, I would love to visit Japan someday. I'm hoping. I have to get over my fear of planes because I don't like planes. But, yeah. What is your favorite musical genre? I listen to a little bit of everything, actually. A little bit of everything. I listen to country, rap, R&B, the soul music, the hippie music, the not hippie music. I listen to rock. The only one I don't really listen to it, but I'm trying to get like into it. I have a couple songs that are screamo. Just a couple. Like 2, I think. I don't like being yelled at. And I feel like being screamed at is just that much worse, I guess. So, yeah, I listen to just about everything. Even things in different languages. I have stuff on my Spotify that is not in English. And I love it. I don't understand a damn thing they're saying, but I am here for it. I love it. Next question. Do your parents know what you do? Yes, absolutely my parents know what I do. My parents found out about 6 months into it. My mom found out because I told her. I was really open about it. I was unemployed for a few months, and then I started getting new stuff. I started, oh no, I got it. You know, like I'll cover you. And she asked me like, where'd you get all this money from? And I told her. I was like, well, I started an OF. I started a corn hub. And at first she was apprehensive because it's something different. And then she told my dad. I didn't get a chance to tell my dad, but she told my dad. And after he told her, well, she's an adult. She can do whatever she wants as long as she's not hurting anybody. She's fine. Then my mother asked me for advice on how to get started. She did not get started. I want to put parentheses. She did not get started, but she asked. When my dad found out, I was nervous because my dad is a very traditional man. So when he found out, he came over to my house and he sat down with me and we talked about it. He asked me what I do. He asked me if I was being safe, and he asked me if I'm happy. To all of those, I said yes. Well, you know what I mean. All of those I said yes. And he said, as long as you are not hurting yourself or other people, you do you. You're an adult. I might not agree with all your life choices, but that's perfectly fine. You are an adult. You don't agree with all my choices, and that's fine. So yes, both my parents know. My in-laws know as well. So it's kind of like it's the way that I have introduced it to my family and my social circle. It's just another job to them. Like, that's all it is. They see it as just another job. And it's nice. It's nice having such a great support system. So, yes. Do you have any siblings, or are you an only child? I am the oldest of 8 children. I have 3 other blood siblings. I have 2 step siblings, and I have 2 half siblings. I am the 8th kid. Do you have future plans? Yes, I do. I don't know why I started on that one. Yes, I do have future plans. I have a 3-year goal, or a 1-year goal, a 3-year goal, a 5-year goal, and a 10-year goal. I do have future plans, and I'm going to try my hardest to get them ready. Most of them are work related, so I'm not going to tell you just yet. But yes, I do have plans. I'm pretty thought out with my plans for the most part. What's your go-to fast food joint? I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this. Taco Bell. I am a die-hard for Taco Bell. I love their Diablo sauce. I love their chicken chalupas. I love their spicy tacos. I am obsessed with it, okay? Fast food, Taco Bell, hands down. But if we're talking restaurant, sushi. Anything sushi. I do not care what it is. There was this one place that I went to for my brother's birthday, and it was an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet. I fell in love. That was my first time ever trying sushi. I fell in love with that place. I'm so sad that they closed down a few years later. I don't know what happened, but if I ever find another one of those, I'm addicted. I'm going there every single day. You know? So the last one we're going to be covering is I feel like you don't give up easy. That's not a question, but I appreciate the sentiment. No. I tend to not give up very easily. I'm a roach. I am like a roach. No, you're not getting me, you know? Not saying that, like, you guys are trying to get me, but I'm not going to get snuffed out that easy, you know? If I have my mind set to something, I'm going to do it. Like, when I first started doing the hub, my first goal was to get 1 million views. My second goal is to get my first ever plaque, but I want my plaque after I get 1 million views. Does that make sense? And my plaque, in case you're interested, the plaque looks like this. And it shows your subscriber count. So, I believe the first plaque is at 25,000 subscribers. So, if you want to help me out, just like this video right here, you know, it's completely free. It's free. I understand that some states have limitations, and that's perfectly fine, but it's free. So please, it would mean a great deal to me if you could subscribe there, subscribe here. They're both free. They help out immensely. And with that being said, I love you all, but I'm out of here.